Hello everybody and welcome back to the Wasteland. See, I got it right this time. All I have to do is read it off of the picture. I just have to read it off the picture. Damn you! Welcome back to Curse of Wasteland. I am your host, Strawdy Bunny. No, I'm your host, Chocolate Bunny. I am joined by Ruby Dead Queen on
Hello.
Twitch. Yes, the Twitch. Anyway, and what are we doing today? Right, bonus episode. So this is going to be a bonus session that takes place between the previous session and the next one, hopefully. It depends on when this actually comes out, because I'm not great at sending stuff to Silver. What can you do? When we last left off, Alice took the probably correct decision of deciding not to join the church.
I went with the Undead Republic.
And, yeah, accepted the invitation to the Undead Republic. As such, she and the church's whipping boy, Samuel Goldstone, have... I really can't make that name sound less Jewish.
Yeah. It's kind of just stuff. You can't just turn away from that, unfortunately.
I mean, like, I don't mind if he's Jewish, but he's blonde and white. So, like, be a weird-looking Jewish guy. I mean, I guess, like, there are some Jewish people who look like that, but, like, it is, you know, an ethnicity, so it's not, like, common. You know? Anyway.
He'd be next race.
Yeah.
Oh, like he's Jewish on his mother's side.
Well, he would have to be if he was, you know, Jewish.
Right.
Anyway, where we last left off, they flipped their coins in unison, and Alice has gone to space. Alice, you feel your body turn to energy.
This is weird.
And it blasts off into the sky. And then you just kind of, like, stand in the energy stream for a bit. Think Steven Universe?
Feels like it'd be a scene in Interstellar, actually.
Think Steven Universe, where they're, like, in the little transportation beams?
Yeah,
and they just kind of, like, stand there, like, in an elevator. There's, like, elevator music or something. Like, it's just, like... It's the elevator... because it's based on your world's culture, it's probably, like, the elevator music version of, like, Black Parade or something. Just... some goth song.
But in elevator music.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like weirdly cheerful as well.
Yeah, just like really limited, like, instruments. Probably everything can be done on a keyboard. Anyway, after about a minute, or maybe 10 minutes, or maybe an hour, you can't tell.
I don't have
But
to watch.
You finally arrive on a stone to describe this. It looks like the warp paths from Steven Universe, but it's bigger and it's made of like obsidian and stuff.
Dais?
I guess it's like a circular stage. It's big though.
Huh. Well, I'm gonna take a look around my surroundings.
You are standing in a courtyard. As you look at the stage and you realize slowly like the difference in size between yourself and the courtyard. You realize just how massive it is and how massive the buildings that surround it are. It looks like the courtyard you'd see in like an old British drama or something. You know, one of those like places in the center of a building that people have for greenery without having to look at the pores.
Yeah, like an Oxford counter that not Oxford Castle you would always see in Harry Potter.
Yeah. You know how they have like an inner part that has green as well.
Mm-hmm.
However, you see figures walking around by the walls, and you realize that those walls are many times larger than any place you could see on Earth.
I want to try and start approaching the figures.
Okay.
One of them.
Step off of the pedestal. You start walking across grass. It is oddly green grass for a group called the Undead Republic.
It kind of makes sense. Decomposition, and brings nutrients back into the ground.
Well, you keep walking, and you keep walking, and the figures aren't getting much bigger.
Okay, I'm beginning to think I might be in one of those weird looping scenarios. Like the staircase in Super
You
Mario 64.
finally realize just how far away and how big the buildings are.
Ooh,
They
that's
are...
big.
You know how tall like the standard one of those Victorian buildings is? It's like 4 stories or so.
Sorta.
Maybe 5 or 6 at the big end. These are 100 times that.
Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. Big place.
A person walks up to you wearing a black butler outfit.
Sebastian?
It is a skeleton.
Oh. Well, if you were from where I was from, you would get that reference.
Of course, ma'am. What's up? Hello.
Oh, I was brought here by a coin.
I see. May I inspect you?
I mean, yes, but I ain't stripping.
You see him tap the side of his skull, and one of his eyes turns bright blue for a second.
Sans? I'm sorry, I keep making references you're probably not gonna get.
I'm sure that will be funny in 1,000 years when your culture's finally back on its feet.
Probably not.
Alright, I believe I know who you are.
You do?
Yes.
I'm guessing that was like some kind of scanning skill.
It was an analysis. Yes. Though an advanced
Yeah.
one.
I got a little buddy named Snapdragon. I think he has the same thing.
Probably not. I
A lesser,
am I am a much higher rank than anyone you have met. Are.
Yeah.
I am
So
beyond my. I am at my third threshold.
I don't know what a threshold is, but go off.
Level 100.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm. Actually, I don't think I'm even at levels yet.
You are still within the tutorial. This
Yes.
is. So far from your planet, we have had a few arrive. However,
This Undead Republic place.
yes. However, you must be a special type.
Yeah, because my coin was double-sided. The
I
other
see.
side, I was told, was the Church of the something or other.
There's only one church that is important enough for you to get a coin with them and us on it. In any case, I will be bringing you to one of the masters.
How long a walk is that? Because I did a good bit of walking, and that place ain't any closer.
Well, it would be quite a long walk for you.
So I'm assuming you get some other form of getting me there.
Not quite. Ah! He just picks you up over his shoulder.
Oh, okay. Watch the hands.
Alright. And in like 2 minutes, you are in a new room in one of the places.
Did he just like appear there, or did he like run the whole way?
You can't tell.
Wow, that's level 100, huh? Or I guess level 400 if you're on like your third threshold.
Level 100 is the third threshold.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I thought it would be like you reach level 100, then you cross the threshold, and it's like you gain another 100 levels or something.
No, that would make the math way too hard for the gods to understand. Instead,
I'd argue, but I don't get math, so yeah.
in any case, the master is here.
I
Please
look
approach.
around.
The room is a ballroom. There are many people lining the walls.
Like actual people?
Hmm?
Or like actual people, or like are they statue people?
They certainly are. Well, all you can tell from here is that they come in many shapes and sizes.
And I'm assuming all eyes are on me.
All eyes are directly in front of them.
Which one's the master?
He points to one end of the hall, and there on a raised dais is a throne.
Ooh. Is there anyone on the throne?
There is a person on the throne, black hair.
I like clean myself up a little bit and walk over, kneeling once I get close enough. Your royalty.
Not quite, but close enough for you. Hello, daughter of
Yeah.
Earth.
Yeah, I'm kind of new to all this. I mean, so is my entire planet.
Well, it is good that you know respect.
Mm-hmm.
I am, after all, strong enough to kill anyone on your planet.
Sorry
Then
about
some.
that. Out of character, I'm sorry if you heard that crash. I got a dogs and they knocked over the gate.
It's fine. Need me to pause it?
Yeah.
Or?
No. It's a gate that's already that they just kind of ignore already. So.
Alright. Yes. Well, it is good that you know restraint. Some of your kind, the ones that are invited to us, are much more violent. They come. We understand, of course, but it is better.
Yeah, on Earth, the undead hasn't exactly been put into a good light, so to speak.
Well, many of those who are invited to our halls have already undergone the change.
Change?
Some call it the awakening. Becoming one of us. Normally,
I might look up a little bit to get a better look at the guy.
all you see is that he has pale skin, pure black eyes, black hair. I am an evolved revenant. Those of my kind are known as Draugr.
I think Scandinavian folklore mentioned Draugr, but probably not in the same way.
Many of the traditions of your world come through from the multiverse.
Oh.
It is a known phenomenon.
Yeah, that might explain dragons.
I believe several of dragons have already shown up on it.
I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
No one ever. In any case, they get a little bit of preference. They are one of the elder races, after all.
If I may ask, what drew the Undead Republic? What drew the Undead Republic's gaze to me? And and conversely, what was the interest of the church? Because they also had their eye on me, apparently.
That is very simple, honestly. You are not the first of your world to gain our invitation, but you are the first to gain an invitation through the way that you did. Most who are offered entry into the Republic are just ones who have become one of us. To them, we offer guaranteed citizenship and entry into the Republic's Army Corps. You, on the other hand, are not yet undead. Instead, we have offered this chance knowing you would take an oath seriously. And that should you take that oath, you would not turn to the church.
I already have a bad taste in my mouth when I just say church, so it was unlikely that I would go with them.
There are few of your kind who have your convictions who would not become a part of the church.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure my heart's still beating.
We can take care of that, of course. But first, you must understand. You are being offered higher entry, most in your world. We have our eyes on several who may gain favor like you, But most of those are only being offered entry into one organization. You have been given multiple invitations, some of which are some of the most prestigious in our entire republic.
I'm honored.
Good. He's just staring at you.
I stand up straight because I imagine the kneeling kind of would have been awkward by now. So what am I? Is there anything I need to do to like prove myself,
Well,
or you mentioned an oath?
you will have to swear an oath to join one of the orders. They are knighthoods, as your world knows them. However, I must allow each of the offerers a chance. Are you willing?
Yes.
Good. I will arrange teleportation. This will be difficult for you at such a low stage of cultivation.
Cultivation?
Would you like to meet those who are the most exclusive first or last?
I say save the best for last, as they say on my planet.
Alright. So first, the simplest offer. I am a recruiter. One of several who are working on your new universe. And I am prepared to give you a higher entry point into the officer track if you are willing to join the Republic's Army Corps.
What does being an officer entail?
Fairly the same thing that it entails on your world. Officers are in command, not on the front lines. The officer track starts at the sergeant level, who then are able to control smaller units and build up to generals. Such.
See.
I admit that the Army Corps and the steps beyond the Army Corps are mostly the least exclusive of all of the forces in our pair, as they are the only force directly under the purview of the Council and of the rulers of this world. Well, of our worlds, I suppose you should say.
Yes, I believe that would be the best way to say it.
In any case, I suppose I should allow you to meet several of the more standard groups, and then I will show you to the last two. Do you wish to come with me?
Yes.
He stands up and he takes your hand. A black portal of pure darkness appears in front of you, and he calmly walks through it, your hand in his.
I follow. Kind of being reminded of the gateways of darkness from Kingdom Hearts.
Ah! Hello! this is your next one. Nice to meet ya. I am the local recruiter. It's good to see ya. The new person reaches out his hand. His flesh is desiccated and covered in wires and metal parts. His face almost looks like a skull, and his eyes are cameras as he shakes your hand. The name's Slaughter. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
Well, I suppose you are here to look around. He waves his hand around, and you see many tubes, glowing blue and pink and white, all synth-wavy colors.
Mm-hmm.
I am the local representative, the highest of the organization that is here. We are, well, the Undead Robotic Corporation, or Cybernetic Corporation, if you will. We are trying our best to fuse technology and the necromancy. We have many places, and we can show you the technology to evolve your body far beyond your mortal coil.
It kind of reminds me of what the scientists back on Earth were trying to do, but pretty far behind. Most they can do is muscle reactive prosthesis.
Well, at the moment, we have the ability to upgrade any part of your body. So it will require some alteration. He has an arm sticking out of his back, robot arm that comes and it clicks at you. It kind of has like scissor fingers.
Ew. She like holds onto her shoulder, just imagining like it having to get cut off or something.
Would start by peeling that dermis of yours off, replacing it. Then perhaps we could fix your heart, replace your bones, of course your eyes. You can see the world like we do. Don't you see? It's a beautiful world out there. All ready to be upgraded.
It's quite something.
So what do you say? Are you willing to sign the contract? I can have you ready in just a snap.
I want to see all my options first.
Alright, don't dawdle. You only have so much time to have your bones replaced. He turns around and he starts playing with some bones. Like building a skeleton out of bones and wires.
Ooh.
You are allowed to step through another port.
I will step through.
These are the sects, I believe. Yes. The necromantic sects. Fairly simple. You look around, you're in a fairly comfortable room, and a lot of people in black robes, in various cuts, both Western and Asian, are just kind of sitting around and hanging.
pretty chill here.
Alright. Who's going to speak for you all? Oh, I will! A guy scurries up, and he's wearing black robes. He's about 3 feet tall. He has white fur that has frosted tips.
Didn't think frosted tips would ever come back.
And his little tail seems to be wagging.
Hello.
Hi. We are the sex. Sex, right? He flips through his thing. Who are you? Yes, we are the sex. You can call me Frost. Everyone does. I am one of the recruiters here for the sex. You are being offered the package deal. Most on your world who are given an offer by us already have an elemental affinity. We are willing to help you gain any elemental affinity. I am from the Frozen Raven sect, and we have several others from all of the affinities you could think of. Ice, fire, even shadow. Oh! We even have one sect here of the radiation affinity. A very rare affinity, but he found a prospect on your world already.
Yeah, a lot of us of my world does use nuclear power. I think there was Chernobyl.
I believe he has determined that your Chernobyl will become a powerful dungeon.
Yeah, I would not be surprised, especially with the elephant foot.
Sounds fascinating. Anyway.
This giant...
So what do you say? Do you want ice, fire, sand, heat, petals, rot, swamp?
I'm still looking at all of the options, because I apparently got multiple invitations.
Nah. Oh. No, okay. His tail and ears droop.
I mean, so far, this one's the best one so far. The first guy I met, I gotta admit, he did kind of creep me out, though. Talking about replacing my bones.
Oh! If you want to, we can carve runes into your bones. That can increase your elemental affinity.
That sounds painful.
It can be. Mine was, but it's fine.
Like I said, I'm checking out all the options I got first, so before making my choice.
Alright, I'll let you into the next spot. You are guided through the portal once more. The next room is empty. In the middle of it, there is a glowing obelisk that has... it is a black obelisk with green glowing lines along the sides.
Okay, get some Dead Space vibes from this one.
Who wants to come out and say hello? I suppose I will. A figure floats out of the obelisk.
Oh, ghosts.
It is a old-looking man in decked robe. Bows to you.
I
Hello.
turn to bow to be polite.
Hello. It is nice to see someone willing to avoid all of the pains of the flesh once more.
So I'm guessing this is some kind of ghost faction?
Yes, we are one of many, of course, but we are the fraternity of Phantom.
Oh, I get it. With PH instead of an F.
Or the Phantom Fraternity. It doesn't matter, okay? We are endless. While our others often let their flesh rot, our minds deteriorate, our bodies are pure and eternal. All we take is a small difficulty in cultivation going forward.
What happens to your physical forms?
Normally, we allow them to be fused. Our souls are extracted through one of several processes, and then we allow our bodies to be made either into fodder for the army or into new citizens with souls come that require flesh.
See.
Often enough, we are able to gain some accolades if our flesh is utilized properly by the army. Our skeletons as archers, our skin as filtrators. All day. It doesn't matter though. We are eternal in ourselves.
But don't you ever miss being able to, like, feel stuff? Or
We
pick
can
something up?
feel things in the spiritual world. And you are being offered in a place as one of the poltergeists. One who is able to possess objects and thus feel once more.
I see.
You will be given a doll to reside in when you return to your world. As a haunted doll. Poetic, isn't it?
Kinda. I mean, haunted dolls are actually something that may or may not exist already on the planet. There's a lot of speculation.
Fascinating. Perhaps we will have to assign quests to retrieve those.
It's very up in the air because, like, no one has ever actually seen them do anything, but bad stuff has a tendency to happen around them.
Bad things happen around many people. Cultivation is against the heavens, after all.
Like I told the sect and the uh, modifiers, the last two, the last few, I'm taking a look at all the options. So I am kind of still kind of attached to my body emotionally. I mean,
Alright, well, if you ever want to try, just come along.
uh, thank you for the offer.
Alright, now for the second to last. At the moment, only one person from your planet has been given an offer to join as a true member of the faction rather than a thrall. You are guided through the portal. In the next room, 9 people sit on thrones in a circle around a platform that seems to be a font filled with red liquid. The walls are covered in red tapestries, and each of the 9 thrones is attended by a dozen attendants doing various things.
Oh my.
Ah, what do we have here? The young child seeks more. Of course she does. It is perfect after all. Yes, I am willing to sell out much for this.
Hi.
Ah, the child speaks. Yes, hello, child. We represent the clan. The Sanguine clans, of course.
Like vampires?
Yes. We are representatives of 9 of the oldest, or at least the most populous bloodlines within the Sanguine clans. There are many, of course, but we are some.
So all that red in the center there is blood.
Yes, it is. It is a trial for you, one that can attain you great merit. Could you try it for us? But only once you accept our edicts.
What are the edicts?
You are to join the eternal brotherhood of the Knights of the Sanguine clans, also known as the Knights Sanguine. They are the lowest of our noble orders, and those who join can then step forward, and once they have reached the 3rd threshold, they can join one of the greater brotherhoods. A knight is a lesser noble. A knight has the privileges of a noble. A knight has a higher bloodline than one of these thralls. The particular vampire has a very gaunt face and like long pointy fingers and long ears. He kicks one of the thralls.
Oh.
We are willing to grant you noble blood, of course. Who else could serve us but those who are at least somewhat worthy?
I mean, I'm glad you think I am worthy. There is apparently one more faction after you that also seeks my alliance, for lack of a better term.
Come back quickly. We will. We would prefer to watch as you perform the trial.
I, if I do choose to join the Knights Sanguine, I am looking forward to it.
The recruiter has one last portal for you.
I will walk through.
You are in a stark room of stone, black tapestries, and nothing else. Before you is an altar, and in front of the altar kneels a man in black armor. The armor is black. It is black, ebony, and like shining. Their helmet is on and bowed before the altar.
Whoa. Uh. What is this? What is this one?
These are our greatest defense against the church. They are also the only members of our people who are generally accepted into the church should they defect. It is a strong recommendation that almost none ever have. They are the Black Knights of the Empty. At those words, the knight stands up and turns around. The visor is down, and within the visor are just two red, glowing eyes staring at you.
Hi.
Hello.
Like an awkward wave.
Hello. You are being invited to join the most holy brotherhood in all of the Undead Republic.
Yeah, from what he told me, this is pretty rare to be invited.
It gets less rare as time goes by. But we are the equivalent of the Holy Church's paladins. And only those who could become paladins can join us.
So in a way, you're Death Knights.
Precisely.
That is so cool.
You will begin as a member of our order. You need only accept death and join the ranks of the undead. We do not need you to take the form of a Death Knight immediately. It will be a second chance.
I think this is the order I'm going to join.
You need only accept your death. Walk forward.
I give a nod and walk forward.
The knight roughly pushes you to your knees in front of the altar.
I give a nervous gulp and close my eyes.
Now that you shall join the Knights of Vacuo, swear by this oath. Repeat after me. By Dark of Void.
By Dark of Void.
And of Sweet Night.
And of Sweet Night.
I will see no evil.
I will see no evil.
That I'll not fight.
That I'll not fight.
No fear of death.
No fear of death.
And its cold bite.
And its cold bite.
Will move my sword.
Will move my sword.
by empty tomb's blight.
By empty tomb's blight.
And with that, you feel your body go limp as a spike is shoved through your armor, through your spine, and into your heart. I gotta admit, that was really good timing with the music. Anyway, you wake up once more. You have gained a new notification.
I take a look at it.
Race evolution activated. New race. Revenant.
Interesting.
I did not realize you have no perks.
Yeah, I got nothing. One sec, I gotta grab some food. Just out here.
Huh?
Going and grabbing some food. Dinner just got here. I'll be right back.
I don't know how to pause the recording, so I'll entertain them. So, folks, I'm here. That was pretty cool, huh? Right? Like, yeah. How do I pause this? Well, that stops the recording. They're like a... Well, anyway, the Revenant, you know, by willpower and personal strength. So, I wasn't sure if she would pick the Death Knights or not, but I was kind of hoping so, because they are the coolest. Vampires were a good second choice, though. But, you know, like, it does make the one NPC that joined the vampire ranks to be a little bit more special. Also, the Oath was just really cool. Okay, I was hoping this would take less time. I guess I can figure out what happens. Hmm. Fuck. I really need to learn how to pause this. Silver's gonna be so mad at me. Mm.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm back.
Okay. I really need to learn how to pause recordings.
Yeah, I do too, actually.
Silver's gonna be mad at me. Anyway. So you swore the oath. That was cool.
Mm-hmm.
You wake up on a slab.
Oh, so that's what death feels like.
Feels like an emptiness. And your heart is no longer beating.
Okay, that's new.
As you sit up, you realize that there is something sticking out of your chest.
I look down at it.
It is an iron spike.
Oh, look at that. I've been impaled.
Raising. Anyway.
I poke at it. Yep,
um,
that is in there.
shit, the music stopped. I didn't realize it had been 56 minutes. Anyway.
It kind of works for the scene.
Huh?
It kind of works for the scene, the silence.
No, it, that was one song ago. There was a song while you were going. It ended right before you came back. Anyway, as you get up, you are, well, you're naked.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Everything's on display.
You will realize that your body is pale.
My hair's still black from when I dyed it.
That wasn't a permanent dye, so... Oh.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to re-dye this. Does hair dye even still exist anymore? No, probably. It's only been 1 week. Wait, how long have I been out? Where am I, anyways?
You look around, you find that you are in a barracks room. There is no one else here, but at the foot of your slab is a chest.
I open it.
Inside is well, essentially, it's you know, like Under Armour clothes. It is you know, like a tunic and uh breeches. No,
I think breeches are right.
why'd you move your inventory so far back?
I didn't move it.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So you have a you know, like a tunic, pants,
All that stuff, yeah. I'll
gambeson.
try and I'll try and start pulling the spike out so I can get dressed.
When you touch it, it hurts.
God, okay, this is gonna be difficult. Does it hurt because it's, something impaling me?
No, whenever it moves, it hurts in your soul and blood.
Oh, okay, that is a new kind of pain.
It seems that the nail is into your spine.
Okay, well, am I just supposed to leave this in me? Do I take it out?
It seems like it'll be fine in your tunic and gambeson, at least.
Oh, I'll get dressed then.
You get dressed. Your pants are like plain brown,
Could be.
and your tunic is like gray with I didn't come up with a symbol for this. I guess I don't know. Open coffin. I don't know.
I think a coffin works.
In any case, that it has the symbol on its chest, on the chest of the gambeson.
Function over fashion. Is there anything else in the chest, or is it just Under Armour stuff?
It's just your Under Armour.
Okay. Now where do I go?
There only seems to be one way out.
I will go that way out then.
As you walk out, you're basically treated to a traditional looking everything. Barracks, dining hall, reception room. And in the reception room, sitting on the throne, is the knight that you spoke to last night.
Oh, I'm gonna walk towards him.
Hello, young squire.
Morning? I think it's morning.
It hasn't been long. Your awakening was swift enough.
Yeah, about that, I still have the nail in me. And was I supposed to remove that, or
It would be best if you didn't.
good? Because I didn't. That was a whole new kind of pain.
It is the catalyst for your, he like does air quotes, second chance.
Oh.
If you were to remove it, your heart would beat once more.
Ah, okay, okay.
And you would become one of us.
So.
A true
what
Death
now?
Knight.
Ah, okay. So what now? I'm ready to learn, I guess.
I only have you for 3 days. So far, we have taken about a quarter of one. I plan to get you through your next few quests. May I ask what your next one is?
Alright, let's see here. Benediction. One shot kill.
Sounds easy enough.
Seems pretty easy, even though the difficulty says medium.
Let us go to a dungeon.
Like a actual dungeon?
Of course.
First chance to experience this. They haven't really manifested properly in my world yet.
When you return, it will not be long before the first true dungeons arrive. You need to be ready. There are several knighthoods popping up in your world. I plan to ensure that ours is not defeated.
And from what I've been told, the Holy Church is one of those.
The Holy Church has apparently sent at least 3 so far. 3 new paladins of different types. One, if I am not mistaken, is on the way to becoming your next pope.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I guess the Pope and the entire clergy died. We're very old. Hmm. Yeah, something we figured out quickly is that the older you are with more power, you more susceptible you were to what I call mana poisoning.
It is effectively correct. Too much mana at once can cause cardiac arrest. It's hard to recover from that if you are above a certain age. Of course, that doesn't count once we start evolving, both in race and in class. You have evolved into a true F-rank race. Thus, you will not have to worry about age for a long time.
Yeah, I'm looking at the thing now. It says undead and aging of madness.
That is our curse. Undead do
Say-
not age like others. We age at the same rate, but instead of our bodies failing us, it is our mind.
Ooh.
Just advance before 100 years have passed, and you should be fine.
I'm guessing the madness part means is we kind of start losing it.
Where do you think those myths that your world is filled with come from?
Touche.
Even the Sanguine clan, those who believe themselves to be better than all others because they are so well developed. They go mad, eventually, and thus your world has legends of those that have.
What happens if you mention Dracula around them?
Not much, actually. The reason being, that is an original to your world.
Oh. I mean, the myth did come from actually an actual guy called Vlad the Impaler. Apparently, he liked to eat his breakfast while watching his enemies slowly slide down giant pikes that he impales them on. Hence the name.
You were informed that one person was given entry into the Sanguine clans already, correct?
Yeah.
Who did you think that was?
Oh.
Now come. You have been walking through several places, and you finally walk to a garden. And in the middle of the garden is a tomb.
I'm assuming this is the dungeon?
Yes. It is unfortunate that due to our transforming of the world's affinity, this world is almost impossible to form dungeons that are not of the undead affinity.
Even worlds have affinities?
Yes, of course they do. Worlds are alive, after all.
You see, I wonder what my world's affinity is. Probably water.
I believe it hasn't fully awoken yet, so perhaps it doesn't have one.
That is also true. Oh, so how do we go in?
Walk through the entryway. In the first room, there will be 2 skeletons. Kill one and return.
Right. Do I have my weapons with me?
You shouldn't need them, but here. He hands you a practice sword.
Thank you. And with that, I will walk through the entryway.
Inside, there are... it is a small room, and there are 2 skeletons guarding a... like a coffin. Sarcophagus? No. What's the thing that's like not a coffin or sarcophagus? It's stone.
That would be a... What is that?
There's a word for it, I just don't remember it.
Oh yeah, it's sarcophagus.
No, sarcophagus is different. There's one that's like straight. It's like the one that... It's also like the wooden one that's not... coffin.
Casket?
Maybe? The skeletons make clinking noises at you. I can't really do skeleton sound effects.
Hello, boys. I've got a bone to pick with you.
A bone to pick with you, little human. Bone to pick with you.
And, I guess I will attack, so... Hit him with the sword mastery. 21?
Hits.
So that'd be 6 damage.
The skeleton is still standing. They both attack you. 19. 4.
That is a 14.
And the second one?
Oh. 2.
76.
Like 76 damage?
7 damage.
Oh.
And 13.
20. Oof, I am below half.
Oh, you should have been at full.
Oh, okay.
So it should just be minus 20.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense, having just been revived from the dead.
Would make your next thing easier. Skeleton noises.
I will attack with sword mastery once again.
Which one?
The first one I attacked.
Okay.
That is going to be 18.
Hits.
And I'm going to go for a power strike as well. There's a 3, so that does not hit. The damage is 7.
It's down.
That is 30.
Huh?
I guess they are skeletons.
The other skeleton attacks you. 19 to hit. 12 damage.
Alright, and I guess I'll have no choice but to attack this skeleton. That is an 8. Wait, no. 9, 10, 11.
Hits. Got a 4.
And this one's also going to try and be a power strike. That is a... I get a bonus to it? Yeah, it would be 7. So, yeah, I don't hit that DC.
Okay.
9.
It is not down.
Darn it.
Skeleton noises. 5 to hit.
8.
Okay. What do you do?
That is a 13 for sword mastery.
Does not hit. 5 to hit. Okay.
Going for sword mastery again. 12.
Hits.
7 damage.
And it's down.
Dang it. Took 2 hits. With that, I'll return to the knight.
Ah. Have you completed your quest?
No.
Then keep
No.
going, little squire. Keep going.
Do I just go back in and they'll be back again?
No, they haven't regenerated yet. However, you can go to the next step. The next room.
Did it have anything to do with that sarcophagus they were... or coffin thing they were guarding?
That would be the entrance to the next room.
Yeah, that would make sense. I'll go back in and open that thing.
You push the slab off the top, and there's a staircase.
Oh, fancy. I'll start making my way down.
Making my way downtown. At the bottom of the staircase, there's another room.
Anything in there?
3 skeletons.
Oh, more bunny boys. All right. I'm gonna waste no time and run in and attack the center one.
Okay.
$15.
I'm dying. Oh my god.
Wrong pipe.
Yeah. Hits.
I was gonna make this a power strike. Yeah, that's not gonna make that. As for the damage, 5.
Still up.
This is gonna hurt.
Okay, skeleton number 1. 17.
7.
12 damage. Skeleton number 2. 2.
15.
Does not hit. Skeleton number 3. 20.
Like, nat 20?
20.
14.
19 damage.
Ow. Plus 64, 63 damage. Ouch. I am not looking good.
Alright, what are you gonna do?
Oh, I want to try and get this quest done, so I'm going to attack one of the undamaged skeletons.
Okay.
3. 21.
Hits.
And power strike. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. 12, that makes it. So that's going to
Does it?
get a total of... Yeah, it's a DC 10.
It was. I couldn't remember what the DC was. You haven't hit it in like a really long time.
I'm having bad luck with this dice, but finally got it. So that would make it a total of 4d6 damage dice. Nice. Ooh, 15.
And the skeleton's instantly down.
Yes.
Right? Skeleton's down, and you get a ding. As you check your notification, 10 and 8 from the other two skeletons.
18 for the first one. Natural 20 for the second one.
Alright, neither hit. You have gained your new weapon. And it appears in your hands.
Whoa.
You have gained the Necrotic Zweihander. Let me just get rid of the information for the Bloodstained Bastard, which was the option that you would get if you got the Vampire. And I'm only saying that mostly because I thought that it was a good name.
It is a good name.
Anyway. Necrotic Zweihander.
Oh man, it's heavy.
The Necrotic Zweihander is a massive black sword. It is perfectly sharp, but it seems blackened and pitted. It emanates a darkness. Plus 5 sword mastery, plus 2d6 damage, necrotic affinity. So, that would be...
Nice.
Your sword mastery would go to this, and your damage, you can just remember to use that, I guess.
Yeah.
It is a large sword, but it does look cool.
Okay, my turn. I'll attack the undamaged skeleton with it.
Okay. Oh, and you get your new quest. Blessing.
15.
Tutorial. 7 out of 10. Go down to 1% health.
Oh, hey, I'm almost at that point anyways.
Reward. Faction armor. What did you roll?
That was a 15 for the strike.
Hits.
Jesus.
It is down.
Okay, go down to 1 health. Oh, this is gonna hurt.
4.
I'm gonna let him hit.
Okay. 13 damage.
76 damage taken. Yeah, I'm just a little over 3/4. Right. I'm going to. What we got here? I'm gonna skip my turn and just let him hit me again.
18 to hit.
Letting him hit, so that hits.
12 damage.
88. Not quite 1% yet. What's 1% of 100? Oh wait, 1. Okay, that was on me. I did not do good in math class.
What, did they not have the little cubes to demonstrate?
I actually did not. No.
I always liked the little cube. You had the 1 cube, and then the 10 cube, and the 100 flat thing. Well, okay, so it was 10 cubes in a row, so it was a stick. And there was 100, so it was 10 of the sticks stacked on top, so it was just like a flat one. And then there was I guess 1,000, that was another, like, bigger cube. It was a cube made out of cubes.
Yeah, mine was just on a whiteboard.
Boring.
Yeah.
Alright, what are you gonna do?
Brace again for another hit.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 9 to hit.
Letting that hit.
10 damage.
Puts me at 98, so I'm. I'm 1% away from this quest. Like, okay, guy, can you try and, like, not damage me that much?
It makes skeleton clattering sounds at you.
Okay, I don't think you can understand me. Alright, I'm gonna go for the sword strike.
Probably the best idea.
That is a natural 1. Plus 3 plus 5, so 9 technically.
You're not gonna believe this.
What?
It got a nat 1.
Do I hit?
Yeah. Some fucking Three Stooges shit here.
19.
It is instantly down.
Ow. I thought when I die I'd not feel pain. I'm gonna make my way back to the knight. I did it! I almost got the second one too, but got a little too close for comfort.
He is like holding a bunny rabbit, and he's like, "Oh, you did it. Good." And he just like sets the bunny rabbit in a cage. Good, I don't need to treat you like a child.
Hey, bunnies are cute. No one can resist cuteness.
What is your next quest?
Get down to 1% health. I am currently at 2%.
I see.
Well, I said I got a little too close for comfort. I don't know if being undead, like, prevents me from, like, proper death, so... Being a little
well,
there.
You are prevented from proper death. Once. It may cause a problem for you, though.
Yeah. So what, do I, like, poke myself until I'm down to that 1%?
If you want.
You got something sharp?
He, like, digs around in his armor. his visor raises and like it just kind of like spits out a razor blade.
Oh,
Like a straight razor.
right, right. Man, if I did this back home, I would have been crazy. I would have been seen as troubled. Anyway, I'm gonna. Jeez, I'm gonna cut myself.
I mean, technically.
I mean, these are different circumstances.
Don't worry. Your character knows how to do it properly.
Yeah.
What direction do you cut?
Uh, horizontally, so you know, horizontal for attention, vertical for results.
That was a good Family Guy scene.
It was a weird one.
I think it's funny that like the mom is like, yeah, no, she's right.
Yeah.
He is correct. Anyway, roll 1d20.
Good number. 3.
You do not manage to cut yourself.
Oh. Try it again. Natural 1.
You do not manage to cut yourself. I mean, I'm tempted to make you accidentally, like, hurt yourself more than you want, but...
Third time's a charm. Let's go.
What
4.
happened to Viber? Is it down again? Now?
I think the song ended. Sorry. Yeah.
Wrong
and,
thing. Huh?
And I coughed. Sorry. And now I'm rolling again because that was a 4. There we go. Natural 20.
Roll a d100.
$70.
Okay, you have good luck.
That drops me down to 99? Or 1?
Yes. I was very tempted to make you go down to 0.
Wedding?
So just be warned of that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was this close. Would have been funny. Anyway, your reward appears on you. Quest completed. Blessing. Reward: Black Knight Armor.
Yes.
Black Knight Armor. Let me just get rid of the Impaler plate. Was the other one. Black Knight Armor is a black armor that seems to be pitted. It has no gaps, and its face-concealing helmet. It has places to attach a cape. Conceals identity. Grants Aura of Fear skill.
Aura of Fear. That's a crazy sounding skill.
Second. Let me just find the music again. the music called? Um. Alright, it's not working right now. We'll see if it's working next time. Anyway. Yeah, so you gain the Aura of Fear skill. An exotic skill.
Miasmic aura emanates around you, skirting the battlefield and causing a fear response.
Aura of Fear.
Ah, that's something. What's my next quest?
And your next quest, after Benediction and Blessing, is Boon. Boon. Tutorial, 8 out of 10. Affect multiple people with mana at once. Reward, Aura skill.
I let the knight know.
Ah,
I got.
that is a very good quest.
I mean, with this skill the armor gives me, it seems also kind of might be pretty easy.
Could be. I suppose tomorrow I will have you run the dungeon again.
Yeah, I'm kind of hurt.
Come with me.
I give a nod and
As
follow.
as you walk, you are wearing armor that is fairly similar to his. However, yours is black and pitted, and while his is shiny.
Mine looks like it's seen a little more action.
I'm gonna play some music that you can't hear, but saying that. Gotta turn that down by a fuck. There we go. You are led to the dining hall. This is where your order will be. For now, I am the only member. But hopefully you will be able to recruit more from your world who can become paladins, and I'm sure I will find more in your universe.
So it's really just the two of us?
In this universe, yes.
Ah.
As you look up, you realize that the thing is more of a pavilion. There is no ceiling. And above you see the stars of the sky. And you see that they bend in a specific spot.
Is that a black hole?
Yes. This old and dead world was perfect for our usage. It orbits that black hole.
I'm shocked and impressed. Because from what scientists know back home, a black hole is just all consuming. something orbiting it would just get sucked into the event horizon.
That is true of any gravitational object, eventually. But only with perfect procedure can something exist circling around something so fearsome. Of course, once we found it, we had to perfect it, and now it will never fall.
So this world doesn't have a sun?
No. It has that dead star. Dead.
Amazing.
Now, there is one thing that you may not have learned yet. So I believe I will have to be the one to tell you.
What is
For
it?
undead like us, it takes much evolution and advancement to be able to eat again.
So I can't eat?
No.
Oh,
Your biological processes are not evolved enough. Simply don't have stomach acid. Or any other of the things you need to.
what about drinking?
It can go through. And potions can work. But the majority of items must be specially created to function with us. Some of the liches and other beings who voluntarily create bodies for themselves develop ways to keep eating at early levels. But you are a revenant. Your will is all that keeps you alive. And now so does your oath.
So, if I may ask, what's after a revenant?
Revenants are the most basic. Only some. Only the lesser forms of undead are below revenants. For the majority of them, they are unable to gain intelligence. What you call zombies in your world are unawakened revenants. Controlled by another's will, not their own.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, I do have a question. When I do go back to my world, will I be affected by the sun? Or is that just vampires?
All undead have some weakness to the light. It is simply because your sun, like most, has a slight life affinity. However, it should be good, it should be fine enough. And if you create a place for undead like you to form and survive, you will be fine.
I see. Well, that's the plan.
Intelligent undead are all citizens of the Republic, whether they accept it or not.
So, how long has this, I guess, war been going between the Undead Republic and the Holy Church?
Well, let me ask you a question.
Hmm?
How long has your universe existed?
There's been some debates, but a few 100 million years.
That is not quite right.
That's not?
13.5 billion years.
Oh.
That is how long this universe has existed. The wall between the Republic and the Church goes all the way back to when the Republic was an empire, and when the Church preached only one holy book. Let us just say that it is hundreds of times the length of your universe. And leave it at that.
I see.
I am nowhere near old enough to remember those days, of course. I am low enough level to be transported to this new universe. I am only I am only slightly longer than 1,000 years by your rank. Most of those who are in power have lived much longer. The current master of the Knights Vacu, the Knights Vacu, he is older than your universe. You cannot enter within it, however.
How come?
Your universe is too young. At the moment, only those who are below the... Only those in the mortal realm can enter. Some, such as I, who are rather along, were able to delay our evolution long enough to enter. Several of the strongest people in your universe have done this. We have advanced to the heroic realm, allowing this universe to progress.
That's a lot to wrap my head around.
Well, have some incense, and we will see you.
Yes, sir.
You light some candles. They're scented
I don't think I ever
candles.
caught your name, sir.
We do not necessarily need name the order. You may call me Commander, or by any other title below it if you wish.
Yes, sir.
If you do well enough tomorrow, I may tell you my true.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I'll sit by the candle and kind of just taking the scent.
It feels really good.
So, no more eating. At least until I evolve enough.
Now, you go and sleep on your slab after a couple hours. Eventually you get up.
Surprisingly comfortable. I'm gonna get my armor and everything on and make my way towards the tomb again.
He is waiting for you, sitting on the cage with the rabbit inside of it. Ah,
I give
child.
Good morning.
Good morning. You may enter.
I give a nod and enter the dungeon.
Inside the dungeon, once more are the two skeletons. Rattly bones.
I walk in, and the first thing I do is activate the Aura of Fear.
Okay.
So is it like a blanket roll, or do I roll for each of them?
You roll once.
15.
Second. They are both affected. They run away.
Now, do I roll the 5d6? For the effect dice?
It's not really necessary.
Okay. Huh. I check my quest. Do I ding?
Yes, you do ding.
That was easy.
New skill. Domain of Command. Type Aura. Rarity Hidden. Description. Those you command become stronger through your confidence. Your aura appears as a black and red sphere of light around you.
Interesting.
Effect. Roll feet. Oh, erect full feet. What? Oh, right. Plus 10 to all combat rolls for 5 turns. Oh, it is effect roll feet away from you. You roll 6d6, and that's the sphere around you. That probably should be how it works in the other one as well. I'll just add that.
Yeah, makes sense.
New quest. This one I don't think you're gonna be able to. Nam Nobis. Easy. Demonstrate a self-sacrificing nature. Reward protection skill.
Alright, now here's gonna be the difficult one.
Ah, child. What is your next quest?
Nam nobis. I need to demonstrate its self-sacrificing nature.
I see. And it hasn't already activated?
No, it hasn't.
You've already sacrificed your very being for the Order. I'm not sure what else I can ask of you.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. It might have to be something I need to do back with my compatriots back on my world.
I suppose. It's too bad I cannot give you advice on your last quest.
Do you know what the last one is?
I have a hint, but only due to the circumstances that your world going through.
Circumstance. Is something unusual going on?
Not quite. But we are trying to get a foothold on Earth. It seems that many others are as well. If my expectations are to be believed, it is quests that are giving this lingering desire to found new capitals on your planet of our outside influence.
When I came here, at the same time, another went to the Holy Church. His name was Sam. And he kept talking about making a foothold in a... It's this site of great history in the area where we were that is almost definitely going to become a dungeon. He said his guiding light says so. He says that a lot.
Dungeons are the easiest way to form a place of power. The Holy Church creates their churches, and we create our necropolises out of their dungeon power.
If quests are persuading or really like influencing, I wonder if that's what he really feels or if it's just what his quests are making him feel.
Well, he shouldn't have had that quest yet, given his going to the other place. He hasn't conquered the dungeon yet, has he?
Not a major dungeon. There are these smaller dungeons that keep popping up for, I guess, the purpose.
I don't mean completing one. I mean conquering.
No, he hasn't.
Then he would not have had a quest like that yet.
There is one of my friends who apparently does have the ability to conquer dungeons.
There are several ways to do so.
He's a lord?
I see. You have a similar status, but you do not have the title. Yet. I can, however, give you a seed.
A seed?
You said that the true dungeons have not formed yet.
Yeah. They're
Do you
getting
know
closer.
the rarity of the dungeons that he is looking at?
If I remember correctly, it's, I think, rare or above.
Well, common, uncommon, and rare dungeons will be forming in just 48 hours or so.
So they'll start appearing when I return.
Perhaps. Those that are above, however, are both easier and harder to conquer. They are easier due to the lack of dungeon monsters and the fluidity of the dungeon. They are harder because the dungeon, those that are seeking control of the dungeon, have their full strength.
In the end, making it a race to the dungeon core.
Less a race to the dungeon core, and more the ability to defeat those beings that are currently guarding them. Monsters or beasts, most likely.
Well, be sure to be ready.
I'm sure.
I guess until I return, might as well keep training.
I will guide you through some training. If you follow my directions, you will be able to increase your sword mastery skill in level and set up an increase in rarity.
I will follow your lead, sir.
Good. Come with me. I think we're going to end it there.
Yeah, that seems like a good place to end.
And over the next 24 hours in character, Alice will be getting personal training in a medieval martial art. Giant sword forms! Just hope you don't get too dedicated to giant swords, because after like level 25, giant swords start getting really silly looking.
Yeah.
Because at the moment, a giant sword is just a sword that's like 6 feet tall, like as big as you are. But your strength is going to increase, so.
I mean,
Anyway.
swords as big as a person do exist in now and today.
Yeah.
In fact, a Zweihander is one of those. One of those
Yep.
swords.
They're actually made to be the size of the person wielding them. Like, specifically.
And they weigh.
Yep.
They are heavy.
Regular swords actually don't weigh as much as you think. They weigh about as much as a baby, but big swords, big problems. Weighs about as much as like 3 babies.
Yeah.
A lot of
They only
babies.
get so much. They only get so much arm to actually hold it.
Yeah. Anyway, with that out of the way, I think that's going to be all for tonight. I'll make some decisions about the evolution things later.
All right. Good session.
Oh, before, one last thing.
Mm-hmm.
Child, I believe I have a way to complete your quest.
You do?
Yes, but you're not gonna like it.
Well, I'm ready.
If I activate your resurrection protocol, you will be sacrificing yourself for the knighthood. But you seemed dedicated to keeping your flesh.
Well, it's. I'll go for it. I'll go for it.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. This is not something I enjoy doing. I hope the system knows what it's doing. Kneel.
I kneel down.
He places his hand on your head, and you feel a wave go through your body. And you feel a ringing in your heart. Your vision goes black, and you wake up on the return pad. About to return.
Did it work?
You have gained a new special. You have gained two notifications. One. Notification. Resurrection protocol activated. Error. Error. Resurrection protocol revised. Succeeded. Racial upgraded. Race upgraded. Racial upgrade delayed. Contacting administrator. Administrator approval. Racial upgrade succeeded. New race. Rank E. Death Knight.
I look down at my hands. Do I feel any different? Like,
You feel mostly the same.
Hmm.
Feel an emptiness in your chest.
I kind of push on my chest. Do I still feel like the spike and everything?
You're in your armor.
All right. Oh, I guess I'll just have to find out once I get back. What about the other notification?
You have two more notifications. Quest. New quest. Holy Writ. Create a faction base. Dungeon core conversion. Reward followers. And the other, Administrator Override. Class preset. Class upgrade selected. Class approved. Tutorial complete. Final tutorial quest suspended for later completion. New level 1.
Whoa.
Class Death Knight. Affinity unknown. And that's where we're going to end it off.
I'm excited for the next session.
Going to be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.